Two old people on a couch here. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for viewing the video.
Make America great again, from sea to shining sea. It's the land of the free, my friends, the one for you and me. Let's go.
Happy President's Day and Startup Monday and all those things. And I'll be happy when it's next Startup Monday and we're through all this cold weather.
Are you ready to do some safe cracking
tonight? I am ready to do some safe cracking tonight. Let's go. Okay. Now, we're wearing black. That's all we mean by that, YouTube.
I'm going to try to let you stay in control of your show today.
Cool.
I'll talk, though.
Okay, that's good.
But I'll let you be in charge. I just was saying we named our studio.
Oh, we did name our studio. Yes.
And Karen doesn't like it.
No, Karen doesn't like it.
I don't know why we looked over there.
I know.
We always look to see if she's there. And we know she's not.
We always look over there to talk to her, but
it was minus 6 degrees this morning with a wind chill of something ridiculous. And it was -2 still out there.
Yeah.
It might be a little warmer now, but -2 with a wind chill of just don't go outside.
Yeah, just don't go outside.
There's one thing about today.
Yes.
Is it's easy to keep a cool head out there.
It is. No, I don't know about that.
Well, in
I
one way.
was about to go off on
listen. Okay, listen. I'll let you go over what happened. But that was a joke, and you got it.
Yes, I did get it. Cool head.
It's not easy right now to keep a cool head with all that's going on. But it is easy to keep a cool head outside.
It is. Let's
ahead.
do furry friends.
Furry friends, let's go out to furry friends.
Furry friends, let's all get to those furry friends.
I like us both being in black. But go ahead.
Okay, so you say the name.
That is Ferdinand.
And Ferdinand loves apple snacks. And this was sent in by Diane, and those are her grandkids giving Ferdinand his apple snacks.
Now, they're a little bit bigger than I thought, but they're miniature bulls, right?
Yeah, they're miniature bulls.
And I'm still thinking about going out there, and we have to do a video out there of me wrangling up the little doggies. Let's go and move like that. Yeah. Wouldn't that be a good video?
That would be
might be our first viral video, not antiviral video.
It might be.
Okay, what else?
It could be. So, let's go and show your video of you doing the stuff outside.
This is our back patio. See, we got wood all ready to go. But, see right there, that was all drifted.
Yes.
It didn't barely snow. And you can see the grass in some places, but it snowed in our driveways.
Yes.
It drove here. It drifted here where I have to take the trash on Wednesday. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then it drifted over here. See that big pile?
Yes.
That was all in his driveway over there. That whole area was nothing but a drift. See, there's a big pile on both sides. It was deep. And then if you come along here, you know, it was okay by the house here on his driveway.
Yeah.
That portion was clear. But hold on. Then that whole thing was drifted out there. So I cleared that off for him. And then I also got his walkway because it drifted there.
Yeah.
And I did that. Then you come over this way for the mailman. I've got a path over here. It wasn't bad. See how you can see the grass.
I kept looking in our front yard and going, well, there's hardly any snow.
I did clean my steps off a little bit better. Then I did a path over to my Mitsu. And then the beater Camry that literally only cost us $250, which was fantastic. I cleared on both sides. It was drifted all around that thing and on top of it. And then here was the worst. And we'll get to a picture of that in a second. But then it's hard to tell how high those piles are, but all that was right in my driveway. And then I did a path over for the mailman over to the neighbors, cleared their car off and did their driveway so they can get out and in. But basically what I'm trying to say, people, is do your yard. Do the neighbors to your one side and do the neighbors to the other side. And if everybody did this world would be a better place.
It would be a better place,
and, you know, then your neighbors, we all get along. And they go, oh, thank you, Mark. And they just don't think I'm a guy that doesn't exist. And so we all help each other out in many ways. So we are a great little community here. And I love my neighbors.
Yes. Okay. So let's get to the news. So this is part of your shoveling and just showing the drifts and how high the drifts were. And when you showed the video on the side of the house, on that side, it always drifts over there. I can remember from being a little girl,
kid, and
it would be drifted over there. We bought the house that I grew up in, so
our whole driveway was that deep. I'm not lying. The whole, and then everywhere else,
but yet our front yard had hardly any snow, and you could see the grass.
You see the neighbors' grass. This drifting stuff is crazy.
It is crazy.
And I know Mike up in Cheyenne.
Yes.
And they get wind like there's no tomorrow.
They do get
wind. He deals with the drifts all the time.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. So then we found out from our electric company. Well, we didn't find out from them. We found out because the lights went out. So all of a sudden our electricity went out. And so Mark grabbed the generator and got it set up, helped the neighbors set up their generator because his wife is on oxygen. So it's very important. I tried to do a load of laundry and our washer is in the garage. And I found out that water was frozen.
I'm working on that. I'm getting that done.
We were trying to get that thawed out when the electricity went out. So, and then we find out it's because we don't have enough power plants to handle this extreme cold.
Yeah.
And that there's too much of a strain and that we're going to have rolling blackouts for the next couple of days.
You know what's sad is not only do we have like power plants already, but we're supposed to have people tied into the solar to help the system and everything, yet things are getting worse
and worse. So anyway,
we need our fossil fuels.
We need our fossil fuels. We need to upgrade our.
And Oklahoma is just one big
system.
Natural gas plant. I mean, not plant, but underneath the ground.
Yeah.
And then one time, whenever they said, "Oh, we're having a natural gas shortage," it bubbled out through lakes, and it was coming up. And I was like, "There's no shortage. They're just trying to jack the price."
And we're lucky here because we have a generator. And we have gas heat. So all we need is something that runs the fan and we can still have heat. So we got it going.
Boy, I jumped out of my chair. I ran out there because I knew, oh my gosh, the generator is like -2 degrees. So it's going to be really, I don't know if I'm going to get it started. So I got out the starter fluid, put it in there, and it would start up for a second and then it would die.
Yeah.
And then I put the starter fluid in there and start up for a second and die. Like even... As soon as you took it off the choke, and it wasn't running on the starter fluid anymore, but it would still just die. I don't know what that was all about.
Yeah.
But then about the third or fourth try, it kicks on. I run the extension cords, which is frozen, so it's all stiff. So I brought that inside. Just a tip out there: take your extension cords, bring them inside right now because they're all. And so then I got it over to our heater. Plugged in the electric fan, boom. So we had heat, pipes aren't freezing. Just little tips for people out there.
Yeah. Inside the house, our biggest thing is our washer is right by the door outside in the garage. So, and since it's so cold, and it just kind of...
There's heat that actually comes out of our heater in the garage that works. But we have a doggy door right there.
Yeah, and it's just...
And the doggy door is all stiff. The
Yeah.
plastic is stiff. So if the dog comes in, right, and the wind's blowing, it just stays like this.
Yeah.
And so you got to go out there and push it again, but it's not very good. And so that cold air is going right on the washer and dryer. So I got a piece of plywood there.
Yeah.
So the wind won't come and hit it.
Yeah, no.
And I've got a heater on it. So pretty soon
I can do my load of laundry.
I'm going to go out after the show. And this is another tip. Dig up where your shutoff is for your water. Because if a water pipe does burst...
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to be trying to find it buried in a drift 5 foot deep. I already been through that.
Yeah.
So I learned, but I haven't done it yet. So I'm going to go out there after the show and dig up where our shutoff is and get the tool ready in case that emergency comes. Just tips, people.
Okay, so before we keep going, we keep going.
Nope.
I'm gonna throw in before we lose our audience and they all log out, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna mention that I started a new channel. It is a craft channel, so I'm gonna be doing different kinds of crafts on it, and it's really zen, so very peaceful. And it's called Debbie's Mindless Happy Place, and I'll put a link down below so that everybody check it out. I'm going to be doing one video a week, so it won't be a big deal, but just one video a week. So,
and I still have Grumpy Grandpa Patriot Show, who's riding the coattails of your channel and a couple other people's channel, because that's against YouTube etiquette. So I'm doing it.
Okay. All right. Now you can go.
Right.
Okay. So we've already pretty much covered this, but massive. There's another. We just had a snowstorm. We have another one coming. We did not get the snow they predicted, but we did get more snow than we usually get. So, and we are having another snowstorm starting tomorrow.
It's the whole country.
It is pretty much the whole country. So.
And you know what's weird is that pocket is a point. And you go out east where it's usually cold. It's cold, but it ain't too bad, right? Mm-hmm. But clear down like San Antonio, Texas,
they're getting bad weather.
They're there than it is in like Pennsylvania.
Too. They're having
now that could shift over. I don't know, but the polar vortex is just crushing the middle of the country. And
we reported on the solar vortex several weeks ago.
You said it was coming.
It came, and it's here.
And I started doubting.
I know, I did too.
Because it didn't come. It didn't come. Boy, did it come.
It's here.
All right.
So, big news. Trump was acquitted of impeachment charge in the Senate trials. So, he was not impeached in the Senate. So, good news on that. So, I didn't really report anything about while the whole impeachment thing was going on because I felt like it was a witch hunt anyway, I just didn't want to give it credence, so I didn't.
Yeah, they're just playing politics.
Yeah, they're just playing politics.
And it didn't go through.
Yeah.
And, you know, he never said go attack the Capitol.
He never said
so it's all just, they wanted it to be a theater so that they could say, oh, look at the bad people trying to take over the Capitol. It happened in Germany with the Chancellor building over there. Look it up, people. I'm not going to go into it and bore you all.
Okay, so now we have Biden. He was talking to the NIH, which has something to do with health.
How many health things do we got going on?
I have no idea. But he said his 100 days he wants us to wear the mask for a year now. So...
And
anyway, so there you go.
What did I tell you?
And he probably wants us to wear 2 masks.
I told you we're going to wear this forever.
We're going to wear it forever.
Ever.
Forever.
And everybody's like, no, just 15 days, Mark. Stay inside for... No, that was enough. Now wear a mask, right? Yes. Then it went on and on. And I've been telling people, this is how it's going to be. They're using this to take our freedom. And people are still like, the people that are staunch that it is something are they're hanging on and they're just not
getting dug in.
They just don't like it whenever they say, in the back of their head, they're probably, he's probably right. And the deaths aren't going up. It's the same deaths as before. The average age of death is 78. I rail off all this stuff and people are just like, it's serious.
Dug in.
All right.
Okay.
Now people are dying of the flu. Yes.
And people have always
and it's sad.
Of the flu.
And they've always died of the flu.
I think a lot of it has to do, if it gets in your lungs and it becomes pneumonia, then it's really bad. So go on to this. So then we have 4 people in Oregon who received both doses of the vaccine. They have tested positive for the CV.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I don't understand getting this V. I already said vaccine. For the CV if you're still going to get the virus.
It all changed because everybody said if there's a vaccine in less than a year under Trump, we're not trusting it.
Yeah.
And then there was a vaccine under a year with Trump, but then
But now they want you to get it, but
win the election.
Yeah.
And so now they're like, you must get it or else you're not going to be able to travel and all this other stuff already. Yeah. And I'm like, and the same people that argue with me saying, I wouldn't trust anything that happened that fast in a year under Trump. And now those same people are saying they trust it. I just can't win. Okay.
So, just a quick stimulus check update. Americans may get their money in March. May. So, we will see.
Remember, they said they're going to rush it right out.
Because it's all debt.
They said, you vote for us in Georgia, and so we win the Senate, and we'll just get you those checks right out.
Okay.
And they lied.
Okay. So just like I'm not a meteorologist and I don't know how to predict the weather.
Right.
I'm also not a doctor.
Right.
And so I don't know how to doctor people. But I do want to just throw this in there about the vitamin D because I think you should talk to your doctor and find out if you should be taking some vitamin D and how much you should take. I have taken vitamin D, and I know I got the CV, but I didn't die. So I have been taking the vitamin. I had low vitamin D, so I have taken vitamin D for years. So, but since the pandemic started, I've been taking the vitamin D, the vitamin C, and the vitamin and the zinc. So, and when I went to the doctor, they asked me, "Are you taking vitamin D, C, and zinc?" So, and I said, "Yes, I have been." So, maybe that helped me get through it. I don't know.
Listen.
But talk to your doctor.
Can I tell you what I've been doing?
He doesn't take anything.
I've never taken vitamins.
He doesn't
my whole
take
life.
nothing.
I don't take aspirin unless I'm in just for like a tooth for 1 or 2 days.
Yeah.
I've never taken any medication.
No, he doesn't take any medication.
I don't take vitamins.
No.
I don't worry about it.
I know.
I don't stress out about this crap because life has been going on for 55 years for me.
I know it has been.
And you know who hasn't gotten the CV?
Mark.
Me.
But you are very healthy. Yes. And I had major depression like 10 years ago.
That's what I'm talking about. I think just stay happy. Stay happy.
I have to take my vitamin D.
Good.
I was very low in my vitamin D.
But, I mean, I'm not knocking people that should take vitamin D and everything. I'm just saying, and you know what? There's other YouTubers that I watch, right? That really haven't brought this up, aren't worried about it, are still having a wild, good time. They haven't got it either. So
I know.
I think there's something to that.
Yes. And there is a reason why I got it. I got it along with 3 of my other coworkers at work because I work with small children. So, and they're not really affected by it, but they carry it. So anyway, I'm pretty sure that's where I got it. So anyway, it was no big deal.
And we know people that
just was the flu.
We know
it felt
people
like
that got it. Your relative that have not one but 2 probably side conditions.
Yes,
or
my
whatever,
dad.
comorbidities.
Yes.
And they got through it. You know, so
yeah.
I'm not, again, I don't want people to say, Mark, it's nothing. It isn't nothing. It's the flu. And people have died from the flu, of pneumonia in the past.
Yes.
And it's sad. So just try to stay healthy. And,
just try to stay healthy.
and if
That's what I'm saying.
if you
Talk
have
to the doctor.
comorbidities and stuff like that, like your dad, and he tried to avoid it, like, I mean, he didn't go anywhere.
And he didn't go anywhere.
And he still got it.
He still got it.
Just try to stay away. People that are healthy like us,
Yes.
whenever we would, before all this was a thing, if I had a cold, I just wouldn't go near your dad.
Yeah. Yes.
And
the year before, when we were really sick for Thanksgiving, we didn't go to Thanksgiving.
We didn't go to Thanksgiving.
I was running fever.
Because we didn't want to take it to old people.
Yes.
Like Cuomo did, and take it to the old people. But that's a different story.
Yeah, and I did not get it from my dad or give it to my dad because I had not been around my dad at all.
Well,
so
we don't want to.
It wasn't from that.
We could drone on about this, and we'd probably lose 10
We just
subscribers.
thought we've already lost all of our people now.
Over on Grumpy Grandpa Patriot's show, I am going antiviral. And we named the studio Z. We wanted to name our studio because we have a set over here.
Yeah.
And the
And a
corner
green
set.
screen,
And a green screen over there. We have this.
Yes.
So we like to call it our studio, but it didn't have a name. It's Studio Z.
Yes.
You know,
and why is that?
Because the company that owns our studio, it saves A, B, you know, as their...
The better studio.
The better studio gets the better YouTube channel.
Yes.
And by the time they got to us, they had this little nick.
We're the last
It's
on
like
the totem pole.
15 by 15.
Yeah.
And that's all they said. Make do with Studio Z. So we said, you know what? We will.
Okay.
We're gonna go antiviral. You just watch.
So we're due another snowstorm tomorrow and Wednesday, so we'll let you know how
we'll
that
keep
turns
you
out.
updated.
And also be bringing you some more news on Wednesday. So anyway,
Where's your flowers?
until then,
Everybody.
Oh, I didn't get my picture of my flowers.
Do you want to run and get them real quick? Because I told people are like, Mark, did you really get her flowers? We want to see them. I said Debbie will show them on her show. So she's leaving Studio Z right now, and heading into that way. We should be prepared. See, this is why I don't do a show just by myself. Because if I just do it to myself, it's boring. It's better to have a partner to do a show like this. One you love, even. But
I posted them on Facebook. I had a picture of them I meant to get. I just forgot. I had a lot of stuff going on.
Those are the flowers I walked in a blizzard
to get me.
To get
yeah.
you.
They're very pretty.
And because I procrastinated until the last day.
Yeah. So.
And so that's proof that I did get her flowers
for Valentine's
Day.
He's very sweet.
And again, we'll discuss more on Grumpy Grandpa
Plus, he's been taking care of me, shoveling and getting the generator out. And it's great to have him
I've been home instead of out on the road like you used to handle all these situations and dig up everything and help the neighbors and help you. And be
okay, let's wrap this up because people are bored. All right, so we'll see you on Wednesday for Midweek Wednesday. And so that's it for Startup Monday. So we'll see you on Wednesday. So until next time, remember, do your own research and be prepared.